Hey guys, this is Seth here, and oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it is happening. It is happening, it's happening, it's happening. Okay, calm. Whew. So, I'm actually recording this like really, really early in the morning, and I've barely gotten any sleep, but that apparently hasn't stopped me from getting excited, so damn excited. Look, I've been waiting for this for months now, okay? The entire, you know, the big thing that's been fueling me and wanting to do, live reactions to gaming presentations has been Nintendo Directs, especially general Nintendo Directs. It's really no secret that I am a big Nintendo gamer. I've played all sorts of, games that they've made. I've I'm a huge, huge Mario fan. Like I grew up with Mario for decades. Like I played Mario games for decades. I grew up playing Mario just as much as I grew up playing Sonic games. Um, it is bar none the biggest. Like I think right behind. I think if I had to list the top company, like top gaming companies that make good that I enjoy the games of, Nintendo would be number one. Sega would be number two. Maybe Arc System Works at number three, maybe, or Sony. I think so. Actually, no. I think Sony might be number three for PlayStation, and then Arc System Works number four, maybe. Anyway, point is, I'm a big Nintendo fan, and there's nothing that like do enjoy PlayStation games. Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy Xbox presentations. Don't get me wrong. I popped off a bunch of times in the Xbox presentation and State of Play presentation just this past summer. Um, but Nintendo presentation, like Nintendo Directs, more than anything else, I know when I watch a Nintendo Direct, a general Nintendo Direct, these will deliver. Like no question. I know that these are worth tuning in. Period. I cannot remember the last time, I can't remember at all during the Switch era, Switch 1 era, where I was actually truly disappointed with a direct. And even the ones I was kind of about in the past, now that I've branched off and tried out all sorts of different games since, I'm actually kind of seeing those in a different light now. For example, the E3 2018 Nintendo Direct that properly revealed Smash Ultimate and had the everyone is here trailer. Back then, while I did like the news that everyone in Smash Brothers history was returning, um, in terms of non-Smash stuff, it was kind of underwhelming to me at that time. Nowadays, I am a little bit more lenient about it because there's this little game called Fire Emblem Three Houses that was announced, and that's what now becomes, ever since then, now that I've actually played Fire Emblem games, that's one of my favorite, if not my number one favorite Fire Emblem game. Um, and I believe they had like another game or two that was announced then, but in that direct. But point is, rarely do Nintendo Directs actually fail to excite me and fail to deliver for me. I guarantee you that there's going to be videos that I'm going to be posting of highlights from this direct. I don't know how many exactly, because let's be honest here, I don't know exactly how far they're going to go here. I do know, though, that as I'm recording this, it was just confirmed a few minutes ago. This direct is going to be an hour long. This is going to be 60 minutes. They have never done this in the Switch 1 era. I can't even remember the last time at all that happened. Like, it has been a long time since they've had a direct this long. and it's going to have Switch 1 and Switch 2 news. So it's very likely we're going to be getting first party reveals. I don't know exactly how many, but we're going to be getting first party reveals. Um, but what I'm basically getting at here is obviously I'm going to be live reacting to this. In fact, I'm probably going to start streaming this on twitch.tv/Sonic Stadium. Because guess what? We're getting a General Nintendo Direct on Friday, September 12th. Um, I probably should have said that like, 5 minutes ago, but anyway. Um, a 60-minute Direct, too. I still can't believe that. I will be streaming my live reactions on twitch.tv/Sonic Stadium. Unlike, um, you know, unlike what I usually do, though, I'm probably going to be going live even earlier because there is so much to talk about. Because, there's the fact that the Switch 2 has come out. Um, this is the first post Switch 2 launch Nintendo Direct we're getting, like General Nintendo Direct we're getting. There's a lot of question marks right now about what they're going to do because, it's really unusual that we're this late in the year, and I think only now we're about to get release dates for two of the remaining games dated for this year. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was dated for 2025. It's nearly mid-September now, and we have no date at all. It was a winter 2025 date for, I believe, winter 2025 for Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. We don't have an exact date for that either, and it's mid-September. So it's very unusual for Nintendo to wait this long. I feel like if we were still in the previous, like if this was still the Switch 1 era of marketing or whatever, or at the very least Nintendo wasn't out of sync right now because of the Switch 2 having launched in June or whatever, you know, I feel like we probably would have known about the dates for both of these games like back in June, but we don't. And then there's the fact that there's two Switch 1 games that they've announced, Tamagotchi Life, Living the Dream, and Rhythm Heaven Groove, I believe was the subtitle for the new Rhythm Heaven game. Both of those are supposed to come out next year. We haven't seen those two games at all since April when they did that Switch 1 Direct, like a week before the Switch 2 Direct happened, that, announced all sorts of stuff. There's a lot of question marks right now. And then there's also just the simple fact that after December, we don't know anything. Like the Switch 2 schedule right now for, Nintendo is completely empty. We know nothing. I mean, like I said, Tamagotchi Life and Rhythm Heaven, we know those are coming to Switch 1, but I feel like those alone aren't going to sell the Switch 2. They're going to be released on the Switch 2, and I mean, in fact, since the Switch 2 Switch 1 games can be played on the Switch 2, I mean, technically they're Switch 2 games as well. But Nintendo needs Switch 2 exclusives, and we just don't have any of those. There's no first party Switch 2 exclusives coming to 2026, that is. And I think that's a big deal too. We're going to get first party games revealed in this. And the fact that it's 60 minutes long, really, I feel like there's a reason for that. And I think part of it is because they need to give trailers for all these first party games and give dates for a lot of these. But I do think as well they need to open up about what the hell they're going to be doing next year. Because we really, like I said, other than Tamagotchi Life and Rhythm Heaven and those being Switch 1 games, we really don't know. So there's that, but I also want to note, oh, Nintendo, please. I've said this multiple times already. I know I have, and I'm sure some of you out there are getting annoyed about it. But it just so happens that the next, this Nintendo Direct is happening one day before the 40th anniversary of Mario. Nintendo. Nintendo. I know Donkey Kong Bonanza is a thing. I know it was made by the Super Mario Odyssey team, but it's not Mario. I'm sorry, but it's not Mario. It's not 3D Mario at all. I don't. I played the game. I beat the story. I never got 3D Mario vibes from this game at all. It's Donkey Kong like through and through in that game, but it's not Mario. I am begging for a new mainline Mario. I know 2D Mario is not going to be happening because Mario Wonder is like just 2 years was is only 2 years old. It's too soon for another 2D Mario. I feel it has been 8 years. It has been 8 years. In that entire time frame that we have been waiting for a new 3D Mario game, Hollow Knight Silk Song got announced, teased, hyped. Clown makeup was put on by just about everyone you can imagine, and then released just this past week. The entirety of madness that was Hollow Knight Silk Song has happened since the last 3D Mario game came out. Just to put this into perspective, okay? I'm begging for a new 3D Mario. If I have to wait until next year, that is fine. I just want a new 3D Mario so badly. You have no idea how badly I want one. I mean, hell, I would be even fine with like a re-release of like Galaxy 2 at this point. I just want 3D Mario. Something a new 3D Mario. Something just like I guess Galaxy 2 wouldn't port like a remastered Galaxy 2 wouldn't exactly be quote unquote new 3 Mario, but you know, point is I like we have a new Nintendo console that's come out and there's no 2D or 3D mainline Mario in the horizon right now. It's just so unusual. Because with the Wii U, we had New Super Mario Bros. U. With the Wii, we had Super Mario Galaxy and um, I think no, the Super Mario Bros. Wii came out in 2009. We had Super Mario Galaxy though, and that came out within I think a year after the Wii. You had the GameCube with Super Mario Sunshine, Nintendo 64 or Super Mario 64. Like there's always been a 3D, like a mainline Mario coming out, whether it be 2D or 3D, coming out within a year after a new Nintendo console released. Like it's been a given, but it's really I'm beginning to feel like they might actually be breaking that trend for like the first time ever, and it stinks. But I hope this proves me wrong. I mean, even if it's not there, I mean, theoretically speaking, they could like do another general Nintendo Direct like early next year and maybe announce it then. But it would feel kind of weird to not it would be kind of weird to do that then and not now when it's the 40th anniversary of Mario, you know? Like, here's a great time to do it if you have it. But I don't know. We'll see. Other than Mario, though, I mean, oh, new mainline Mario, I guess. I do hope that I wouldn't be surprised if there was Mario Kart World DLC. Maybe there's gonna be like a Porter remaster that they put out. I could see Galaxy 2 get brought over to Switch 2. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some Mario games brought over to the Nintendo Classics libraries. I wouldn't be surprised about that. Um, I don't know. I really don't know because this all assumes that Nintendo's actually gonna have acknowledgement of the anniversary in this, and it's not actually certain about that. This is all just speculation. Um, I hope so because right now there really isn't anything for Mario except maybe the likelihood of Mario Kart World DLC. But I mean, the thing for me is if Mario Kart World didn't really get your attention, then you're probably really, as a Mario fan, you might be really starving for content right now. I mean, I don't know, but I'll say this much: we'll see. Other than Mario, like I said, I'd love to get a Mario Prime 4. I was trying to say Metroid Prime 4 Beyond release date, please. Obviously, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment release date, please. You know, I would be surprised if we got those two. Rhythm Heaven trailer, yes please, yes please, yes please. I need to go back and I've been meaning for a while now. I've been actually wanting to go back and play the. I want to actually try out other previous Rhythm Heaven games, except the 3DS one because someone decided to take it offline because it was digital only Nintendo, and I can't get it anymore. So luckily, I was able to get the other Rhythm Heaven games, including the DS and Wii one. Rhythm Heaven Fever in particular, I'm looking forward to. But other than that, Tamagotchi, please, oh my God, Tamagotchi Life, please, I want to see more about that game. I need to see more about that game. You have like I loved Tamagotchi Life on the 3DS, and I feel like the only thing that held that back was that it was on a handheld. So it wasn't able to take full advantage of, the power of even just the Wii U at the time, or the power maybe if they had ported over to the Switch One. This is going to be on a console on the Switch One. Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream is going to actually be on a home console, not just a handheld, like the previous Tamagotchi Life game was. So I am so damn excited to see more about that game. Like, just the fact alone that we're gonna get trailers from Metroid Prime 4, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, Rhythm Heaven, and Tamagotchi Life. That's four right there that we're going to be getting new trailers on. I'd be shocked if Tamagotchi Life and Rhythm Heaven didn't get new trailers. Um, that's four videos right there of highlights that I more likely will have to upload. And that's not even counting to what could actually be revealed in this. Because never mind the Mario news, never mind Mario's anniversary. There could be even more than that. You know, there could be even more. Like there could be other first party reveals. There's still been rumors of a Fire Emblem remake. There have been rumors of God. There's been rumors of I know there were still those F-Zero GX rumors or whatever, but I don't think those are really accurate now, considering F-Zero GX got brought over to the GameCube Classics library. There's been I think there were some rumors of a Kirby game, like a 2D Kirby or something like that. I can't remember. I think there were rumors of there's been speculation that maybe a Yoshi game might be on the horizon. You know, there's stuff that there's non-Mario stuff here too that it could actually get my attention. I'm not kidding where this could act like, and I haven't even gotten into third party games. There could be third party announcements in this too. Who knows what Capcom or Square Enix might have to share for this. Who knows? I don't know. There could be reveals from that. All I'm saying is there's so much that's going to happen in this. There's so much to speculate, and the fact that this is going to be an hour long just further fuels that feeling that this is probably going to be even bigger than Evo for me. Like there's likely going to be just as much, if not more, stuff that I'm content like more reactions that I'm going to have to upload um related to this direct than I did for Evo. Like I'm not kidding. Uh, I like Evo this year, like Evo 2025. I really do feel like um there's going to be a lot. Like they have to announce some stuff here. Like it's pretty clear, and the fact that this is 16 minutes long, just I feel like basically just says that beyond a shadow of a doubt. Just the fact that already what we know is going to be like likely four reaction highlights on its own is incredible. Oh my god, I just remembered Zelda. I just remember we don't have anything Zelda related right now. I don't think there's going to be anything big. I think it would probably be a spin-off or something. You know, like, and there's Splatoon Raiders too. Like, I forgot about that. I mean, they'll probably date that too. There is so much that's gonna. This direct is gonna be packed, just absolutely packed with goodies. I cannot believe. I can't believe this is an hour long. I can't believe how much that they could show in this. Oh my god, I cannot wait for this. Well, anyway, so basically, what's going to happen is um, September 12th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time is when the direct is supposed to happen. It's going for an hour, as I said before already multiple times. I will be going live at 8 a.m., so an hour early, on twitch.tv/, um, Sonic Stadium. So twitch.tv/Sonic Stadium. I usually don't go live that early. Usually I kind of wait 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes. But there's just so much like just the fact that I've been yapping as it is, and it's been 20 minutes. Um, like, and I didn't even realize it's been 20 minutes. I looked at it was 50. 1 second I look at it was 5 minutes. Suddenly 16 minutes later, like I don't think I'm gonna have any issue talking about this. There's so much to discuss. There's so much I want to talk about. I'm so excited that finally we're getting a general Nintendo Direct. It's been 5 months. Doesn't really sound much like in the grand scheme of things, but look, Nintendo has been very, very quiet in regards to their first party offerings for this year. Unusually quiet. You know, the fact that the only thing we've really gotten, you know, like we get sporadic things here and there, but in general, they've been kind of cagey about doing. They've been very cagey about what's to actually come here. Like this is the first time I feel like, okay, maybe finally we'll actually find out long term. Like I wouldn't say long term, but like have a better idea as to whether the Switch 2 is actually worth getting for some people. Because right now it's like my Switch 2 has been great for Switch 1. Um, but in general, in terms of Switch 2 games, I played Donkey Kong Bonanza, I played Mario Kart World. That's it. Um, I've gotten, I've been spending more time playing, diving into traditional 2D and 3D Zelda games than I have playing anything new that was released on the Switch 2. You know, backlogs and backwards compatibility has been more of a selling point for the Switch 2 than anything else because that's all that's really this is carried like this is hard carried the Switch 2 for me right now. Um I knew I would eventually get it though, so I went ahead and got it anyway because even despite the fact that I haven't gotten there's no 3D Mario or anything, there's still been stuff to look forward to. And the fact that Tamagotchi Life and the new Tamagotchi Life and Rhythm Heaven games are going to be obviously playable on Switch 2 as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Switch 2 edition for either of those, for both of those. I feel like there was enough to justify me getting a Switch 2 because I know that it's looking like Nintendo is still be pumping out first party games constantly, so I know it's worth getting one anyway. But I'd be lying if I said that there's definitely been something missing with the Switch 2 for me. There's just been no big oomph. Like I said, a 3D Mario. A new Animal Crossing could do it too. I mean, but I don't think there's gonna be a new Animal Crossing anytime soon. At this point, I think a new 3D Zelda might do it too. So far, I've only been able to play traditional 2D Zeldas. I played Legend of Zelda 1 NES. I played Zelda 2. I played Link to the Past. I played Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. Um, and that's really it. I haven't been able to get. I was about to get to Ocarina of Time 3D, my first traditional 3D Zelda, before I had to stop because things started getting busy and I kind of had to put things off. So um, yeah, I'd love to see some Zelda news in this. I don't know what though, what they could really show that would be fitting considering the occasion, but who knows? I mean, we'll see. Um, besides that, like God, there really is just so much you could review. Let me just see really quickly how many Evo 2025 reaction videos did I put up? Because I'm pretty confident I really wouldn't be surprised if, you know, it surpasses that. I really, really wouldn't be surprised if the amount of videos from this direct surpass that. Let me just see here. Give me a moment here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is actually a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's like 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm just triple checking here because I'm moving quickly and I'm also tired. Yeah, 11. I could still see that amount being reached with the direct. Like I said, there's already four things we know, and more than likely there will be more than that. I like this does have a very real potential of doing that. I mean, we'll see. So, I mean, time will tell. It's an hour long, but yeah, just based on what we now know, it's gonna be packed. So it's gonna be a packed Nintendo Direct. So I'm looking forward to this. I will see you all. Like I said, I will see you all on the 12th, 8 a.m. Eastern time. That would be 1 p.m. UK time. Um, and I will be reacting to this, live reacting to this. So I can't wait to see what they have in store here. I really hope there's some goodies here. And even if there's not a 3D Mario here, which I'm gonna be honest, I want there to be one so bad, but part of me is like, my heart is telling me, please give me one. I would love a 3D Mario, but my brain is telling me, Donnie, you're not getting one yet. Not with everything they've already announced, but hey, let me put it this way. If they announce one, oh boy, you know, oh boy. Um, so, we'll see what happens. Um, I'm sure my reaction to that is going to be legendary. I will not be able to contain myself. I mean, look how I've been reacting just to the news of a Nintendo Direct being announced. So, anyway, I've yapped on about this long enough. I should end this here. Anyway, twitch.tv/Sonic Stadium. I will see you all, you know, in you know, I'll see you all at 8 a.m. Eastern time. But for now, this is SSF signing out. God, I can't wait to see this. I need to temper my expectations, but anyway, this is SSF signing out. Sayonara, guys.